Welcome and thank you for joining us for Coach's Corner. My name is George Webb. I'm one of the assistant coaches here for the Dover Sherman Raiders football team. And I'm here with head coach Steve Ryan. Thanks for taking the time to meet with us here today, Steve. Our first practice under lights, getting ready for our opening game Friday night here at 6:30 p.m. for a home game. There's been a lot of football over the last 7 to 8 days with these guys. We've had 3 scrimmages. Scrimmages formats have been pretty interesting too. We had 2 scrimmages with multiple teams, right. And then we had one against Hopkinton, Division I, Division III, Division II. Big kids, big competition. Can you comment a little bit on how our guys have done?
Sure. I thought our guys have played great. We've, we like to play different teams, many different teams, so we get a lot of different looks and we prepare for different things. But our kids have stepped up all the time. We have, our kids have played very physical football. As he said, we had, 3 scrimmages in 7 days, and that's a lot of football. But our kids have really, responded well.
I was really surprised. Typically, when you have D1 to D5, there's usually a big spread. Those schools are big, 1,000 kids. We're a lot smaller. We expected to get pushed around a little bit by some of those, but it really wasn't the case. Our guys held up pretty well.
Yeah, they did. We played teams like Brookline, we play Braintree and Hopkinton all in their preseason, and we played very well against those teams. We held our own, and Braintree showed up with 106 kids the other day, and they didn't include their freshmen. We showed up with 40 guys, and that was 9 through 12. So, we're holding our own against these big schools, and I'm proud of them.
And these guys have worked hard. It's been 2.5, 3 weeks, and it's really interesting to start from when you first get there. It's all conditioning, 100-degree weather. We've had a really hot camp, and then to see 3 scrimmages come together, the team, you just feel like the team is ready to go now.
Right, and it kind of culminates with a practice like this. We always try to do this evening practice before our first night game because we want to get the kids used to playing ball at night. And the kids came out, they're really excited. They worked so hard, as you said, through camp, and they've conditioned and they're ready to go.
So a couple of things to cover. First off, we wanted to thank all the teams we scrimmaged, Brookline, Norwood, Cardinal Spellman, Braintree, Hopkinton. All the kids worked hard, a lot of good football, a lot of good sportsmanship out there, and we wish all those teams success as they start their seasons as well. Maybe, Steve, just to start, we had a really good team last year, but this is a whole new season, new group. Some of the kids are coming back, but maybe you can just talk a little bit about how the teams come together. And as a head coach, 7th year, you can usually get a sense of, how the team's coming together. Can you just give us a little top-line, impression that you have, and then we can go into Ashland?
Sure. It really starts with the captains. We have 4 great captains. They've taken leadership roles. They've brought the guys together. They've done things with them outside of practice, and the team has come together that way. The other thing that always leads a team is your quarterback, and we have 2 guys who have played great. Both played great in the preseason, and we plan to use both of them.
And they kind of look alike when you're standing 20 yards off. They look similar.
Tell, isn't it?
Yeah, both really likable, smart, good players. So we're lucky to have two young guys too. We have a sophomore and a junior stepping up. So I thought maybe you could comment a little bit about, maybe we can break it down to 3 parts of the football team: offense, defense, special teams. We don't want to give too much away to Ashland that we're going to be playing over here, but can you give us just a few thoughts on OD and special teams as we kind of get ready?
Yeah, I think, people know we play a very aggressive defense. We like to blitz and we get after people. We play downhill on defense, and that's just our style. And even in scrimmages, we show that, and because that's what we do. Offensively, we spread the ball out. We try to use our team speed. But, we have a very good offensive line this year. We'll run behind those guys as well. Special teams, we try to be creative. We're always thinking to take advantage of anything that the other team can give us, and the special teams is the third side of the coin. So it's really important to be good at those things too.
So we've had good practices on all sides of the ball. As we get ready for Ashland, we had a good season last year, 9-2, D5. Ashland's a division up; they're D4, and they had a better season. They were 10-1, right?
Right. Outstanding team for the last few years over there. They've got it going in the right direction.
So probably if we take a look at the whole schedule for the season, there are a couple of teams that stand out. Ashland's certainly one of them. I think we talked about Dedham. So this is probably going to be one of the tougher challenges, and it's coming early in the season, right?
Oh, for sure. This will be one of our toughest games of the year. And we never look past the game this week. So we're preparing for them, and we're going to give them everything we have.
So what stands out with these guys this year? Because I understand last year, a lot of great athletes. They did graduate a bunch of seniors, but they have good depth and they filled in, right?
Yeah, when you're 10-1 and have it going like that, that breeds success. So the kids who left are big losses for them, but they certainly have good athletes to step in.
So we're talking a little bit on scout, quarterback, pretty good athlete.
Very good athlete, and he likes to keep the ball. He likes to run the ball. So we're ready for him.
So as we look at our team versus their team, any things we should be looking at in terms of keys for the matchup as the game gets underway?
Well, anytime if I was scouting us, I'd certainly be looking at Brian Olson and Emilio. Those two guys are always a threat on the outside. And looking at those guys, I think looking at Ashland, I think they want to play smash mouth football. I think they want to, get in there and use their strength and try to push you around.
So, Steve, as we get ready for Ashland, this is your 7th year as head coach of the team. We've talked about the program. This is going to be, we're going for our 6th winning season. That's the goal for the season this year. But it all focuses on one play at a time, one game at a time. So can you just talk a little bit about how you're getting the team ready and the approach?
Well, you're absolutely right. As I said, we never look past our game this week, but we try to keep the kids focused on the next play. That's it, just the next play. You can't control what happened in the past, and you can't control what's going to happen next quarter. So let's just focus on what's happening right now and be awesome at that. If we take things one step at a time and we do our job every play, hopefully end up with that winning season again.
You talked to the guys this week, and you said when you get out into a field, it's 11 one-on-one battles, right? You're playing as a team, but it's 11 one-on-one, so you got to take that energy, right?
Right, yeah. We talk about that a lot. There's 11 on 11 out there, and we want to win every single battle. But in reality, if you can win the majority of those 11 on 11s, you win the play. And if you win the majority of plays, you're going to win the game.
So we have our home opener Friday night, 6:30 p.m. right here at Dover Sherburne. We would encourage, last year we talked about the impact of the 12th man. We had really good turnout, and it's really interesting. So we're going to ask all of our viewers to make sure you come out for the game. The guys talk about it. It's kinetic. When it's going on in the stands, it transfers to the guys. They play a little bit harder because they want to make sure that they're doing their best for the home team. When we have a big game like this against Ashland, home opener, grab your neighbors, grab alumni, grab everybody who's ever played Dover Sherburne football, get them on down to the field. The more noise in the stands, it helps us and gives us a little bit of an edge as we get into the game. We'd like to thank everybody in the preseason, the captain's parents for the gridiron, helping us get the program guides together. The schools, certainly Emily's been terrific. We've had some really good access to our fields over here. Coaching staff has been terrific, and these kids last year, again, they worked hard, but this year, this team has really good energy. They hit the weight room hard, so they've been getting ready for more than the last 3 weeks. 3 weeks and getting ready for the season, but they've really had a really good offseason, too, that they've been preparing.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody for everything they've done. The captains, the players, the parents, the gridiron, as you've said, and the administration at the school.
So as a reminder, this year we're taking questions from you, the audience, to ask Coach Ryan, and if you'd like us to interview any other staff members or team members as we get through the season, there's the email address at the bottom of your screen right here. Please send it in. Mike and the team will get it to us, and we'll make sure we cover it at Coach's Corner next week. So, Steve, any final thoughts before we wrap up?
No, just that the guys are peaking at the right moment. I thought tonight was our best practice, and it's the right time to be at that point. So
it's a good group of guys. They work really hard. Opening night, 6:30 Friday. Be there. Let's go. Let's go blue and see if we can take this one away from Ashland. And again, we hope that all you turn out and for the 12th man effect over here. And hopefully we'll have some good news for you when we have next week's Coach's Corner. Thanks for joining us. My name again is George Webb.